Welcome back to Jerusalem Dateline in the Mahane Yehuda market. A large number of Christians are among the many refugees that fled ISIS and other Islamic groups. Nina Shea directs the Center for Religious Freedom at the Hudson Institute. She spoke about this ongoing crisis recently in our Washington, D.C. studio. Nina, thanks for being with us and great to see you again.
Great to see you, Chris. Thank you.
It's been over a year now since ISIS took over Mosul and then other parts of northern Iraq. How would you describe the situation, especially for Christians in that part of the world right now?
What we're seeing is Christians are being told that they have, by ISIS and other rebel groups there, that they have to pay a tax or else convert or else flee, well, or die. So the tax is a ruse. The tax keeps increasing until they can no longer pay it, and they have to either give over their children and their wife or die, be killed. So the men are killed by ISIS, they're beheaded, they're crucified, they're otherwise slaughtered, and the women and children are sold into slavery, and it's sex slavery. But ISIS has printed lists, price lists for Christian women, starting with ages 1 through 9, and they're the most expensive.
How many Christians right now have fled and living in safe areas like Kurdistan, and how many actually are still under the sway or jurisdiction, so to speak, of ISIS?
The Christians, 150,000 of them or so, 125,000, the numbers are somewhat soft, all fled. They went to Kurdistan, some went to Jordan, some went to Lebanon. They've continued to leave the region family by family. There's probably less than 100,000 in Nineveh, in Kurdistan now from Nineveh, this northern province that was attacked a year ago.
Now, what is one of the things that you're doing right now? You're actually trying to relocate some of these Christians.
Yes, they have been mendicant for the last year. ISIS stripped them of all their property, and when they went into exile, they went into safe havens that will not give them residency status, that will not give them work authorizations. So they have no money. So it's a very bleak picture, and we've decided that for some of the most needy cases, they need to leave. They need to start their lives over. They need to be resettled in countries that would give them work authorization, that would allow them to rebuild their lives. And so I'm working with Hollywood producer Mark Burnett to do just that.
And what are you actually doing, and what countries are you trying to relocate these Christians in?
Well, we're looking at where there would be cultural compatibility. So for the Armenians, Armenia, they're Christian, of course. The Orthodox countries, we're looking at Orthodox communities, we're looking at Orthodox countries, maybe Georgia, maybe Russia, maybe some places in Eastern Europe. For the Catholics, we're looking and Protestants, we're looking at the Western countries, and some countries like Poland and Belgium have taken in small numbers, Canada. But again, it's difficult to find countries because the numbers of refugees from these two countries, not just Christians, but also the Muslim refugees, is overwhelming. Now, the difference with Christians is that they, underneath the conflict, they're not just running from a conflict, they're running from targeted persecution against them.
Going forward, how can the church respond to this situation?
The Church of the West and the free world, Latin America, needs to pray all the time. Not just once a year, but pray every Sunday in congregation for these persecuted Christians. They need to learn about it. And if they want to help with the airlift rescue, they can contact me at the Hudson Institute, hudson.org, www.hudson.org. They need to know that Christians are facing genocide. They need to help these Christians. They need to help them with their prayer and with aid for them to leave. And if they can, to say the United States should take its share of Christians as well.
Well, it's a very important message, Nina. Thanks for sharing it.
Thank you.